Alright, hi guys and... sorry, got a bit of a cold. Anyway, hi guys and welcome to a new episode of Creepypasta Stories and Info. Today we will be talking about Luna Game, if you haven't told by the little bit of a... what says Zalgo Pinky and the little box thing. And I myself, I'm not a brony. I respect bronies, I respect all fandoms. Except for maybe one or two that just boast about it, and you know what, I understand all fandoms, let's just stick with that. Anyway, shit, how many are there? There are 5, and then a fan-made one, and then Luna Game, and what? Anyway, fuck, I have no idea. I have not yet read this pasta. No, well, it's not really a pasta, but it's just a little creepy thing that, you know, just in case you're a brony and a subscriber, well then, let's just get into it. Alright, put my hand on my mouse here. On April 3rd, 2011, a game was posted on Equestria Daily labelled Luna Game. It seemed harmless enough. So a few bronies downloaded it, only to quickly realise it was not what it seemed. The beginnings of the first 3 games and... did not want to click on that, what the fuck? The beginnings of the first 3 games in Luna Game 5 use super pony beat songs as their soundtrack. However, it is unknown who made this game. Smile.pony, really? That's sad. The game starts out as you playing Luna on a simplistic platform level. You are able to jump and move around using the arrow keys, but after 20 seconds of playing, or a few more seconds if you're standing still, the screen cuts out into one of 2 sinister images. A Pinkie Pie with Zalgo-fied eyes, or an inauspicious-looking apple bloom. At this point, one of 4 ominous remixes of songs from the show begin to play. As you realise that the game will neither close with the escape key nor with Alt F4, the mouse will stay stuck at the bottom right of the screen as well. Oh, sorry. And you realise... oh, fuck. The mouse will stay at the bottom... stuck at the bottom right of the screen as well, and the game windows stay on top of every other window. The only way to close the game at this point is to open Task Manager via Control-Alt-Delete, and then the process or by navigation to the program using the arrow keys or pressing Enter or Alt-E. Otherwise, the game automatically closes after a while on its own. Aftermath. When the users looked at the location they saved the game in after it had closed, they would find a multitude of pictures, depending on what picture the player there ended up with in the game. And the text files labelled "The End is Nay." The text within the files would also contain that one simple phrase, "The end is nay." I'm sick because fuck you. Oh, light. Light is bad. No one likes light. You probably can't see me at this point, so I'll open this side. Fuck! Sorry about that. That's fine, that's fine. My hair is fucking long. Should get a haircut. Anyway. Desktop screenshot. I want to see this, hang on. I can't exactly move you, so I'll move this. Yeah. That's it. Alright. Well, that's interesting. The end is nickel, I mean, no. Anyway, at first, most every brony had thought the program was to be some kind of sadistic form of computer virus in the guise of an indie friendship is magic fan game. But after a while, and many virus scans, it was confirmed to be a rather mean prank. The game itself does not modify or delete any files on the user's computer. It only saves screenshots and text documents. Though when the user downloaded the program to their desktop, deleting all the pictures and test documents generation would prove to be quite annoying, unless if the user was smart enough to keep it in its own folder. Anyway, fuck. I feel like I should show you some of these APIs, but I'm not even going to. I've got none. Ignore the stuff. Anyway, so that's an essential description of Luna game. I'm not going to go through any of the other ones. I'm considering whether I should fucking play this shit or not. What the fuck? Okay, no one I know. It's all good. Yeah, I'm not sure if I should actually, play this or not. It's really up to you guys. So, this was a rather short video, so... You know what? Let's just have a look at Luna Game 2. On May 30th, 2011, another game was submitted to Equestria Gaming. This game starts out similarly to the previous, but with slightly more enhanced graphics and an improved sprite character. As you begin playing, you are told immediately that you can hold shift to run. After you get going though, you start to notice cracks forming in the ground. As you go farther, the cracks get bigger and bigger until they completely cover the ground. Then suddenly, the screen cuts to a zagorified image of Pink Amina, shown at the top of the page. Whilst white noise is played for about a second, then flashes back to the game. Now the background and blocks are all tinted dark red and you can only move around very slowly while some disturbing music plays in the background. This drives players mad. At this point, the only thing to do is go forward, until you reach a giant chasm in the ground and fall into it. While plummeting, the background fades to black with Luna eventually fading after it, revealing a game over screen with Luna falling. The image used at this point is an edited version of Luna's descent. More creepy music begins playing and after a moment, the game closes. During this whole time, you are unable to close the game normally, and after the first flash, you are unable to move your mouse, just like in the first Luna game. Major differences between this game and the first are the considerably improved graphics and that Luna 2 does not create a file. Fuck this, let's go to Luna Game 3. Third installment was released in 2011. Once again, you started out with Luna on a very simplistic platform world, a looping environment, but this time in a forest setting, presenting the same controls as the last time. Luna is able to run either to the left or right of the screen. As she does, the screen gets darker, and after a while of running, the background music begins to slow down and distort, slowly continuing until finally static sounds breaking off the music. The trees are now dark and bloody. Some slow, disturbing music begins to play, and every once in a while, if you listen closely, you can hear ponies chattering in the background. After this part, you will eventually run into a giant gap in the ground. It's possible to jump over the hole, which will cause a distorted version of Fluttershy yelling, "Come out to play." Fluttershy yelling, "Come out to play." I have to really learn to fucking pronounce things right, otherwise misunderstandings will ensue. You can continue running, but the level will keep looping. The player is then forced to fall down the hole, which plays a very distorted "Love Me" from Fluttershy, flashing one of several randomly chosen zagorified pony images. When the screen gets back to normal, Luna is lying on the ground, similar to the ground she's been lying on the whole time. Her legs severed with blood everywhere, and after waiting for around 5 seconds, she opens her eyes. And then the screen flashes with an extreme close-up of her disfigured face and utters a blood-curdling shriek. The game closes after this. Luna Game 4. A fourth game was introduced to the community on July 9th, 2011. Once again, you started out as Princess Luna, standing on a nice grassy cliff with a blue sky, with some kind of cheerful music playing. Though there is only one place you're allowed to go, off the cliff. After you jump down, you hit the ground at high speed. You hear a splatter, the screen turns black. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? It appears on the screen, and after a few moments, the game closes. Okay, they've just quoted Ben Drown. They have just quoted Ben Drown. They don't do that. They do not do that. They don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, I see what they've done. Some kind of cheerful music. Nothing? Anyway, Pony Hell. Trying to reopen the game in any way is pointless, but after a few seconds the game reopens on its own. It turns into a background task for a few moments. The words, it didn't have to turn out like this. After a few moments, the words, and after a few moments, you don't have to die, are represented to the player. A few seconds later, blood splatter appears onto the screen while jarring itself madly around and displays the text, which are now in my world, or the role players. Next you'll see Princess Luna in a new setting, shooting down from the top left corner of the screen and hitting the ground. The world is all red, almost appearing as if you're in pony hell. At this point, you have to quickly sprint right and avoid obstacles in your path before the darkness closes from the left catches up to you. If you get caught in the darkness, it will flash several creepy images of Pinkie Pie. One creepy picture is used from a similar game, Dreamy Rainbow. And you will see the same thing when you run into the creepy Pinkie Pie in the next part. Though if you do manage to get past all the crazy terrain, you're still forced to jump off a cliff into the darkness below. Yet only here do you get sent to the next part. This part is the craziest. It starts with Zelgo-fied text that seems to be glitching out. And when it goes away, some sort of messed up 8-bit music plays in the background while bugged up looking blocks appear on the screen. The blocks will randomly change appearance, even if you don't do anything. All the way to the right is a large wall that you cannot get over. The only choice is to head for higher ground. The higher you get, the darker the screen gets, making it very hard to navigate around above the blocks to get on top of where you started. When you go back all the way left on the top layer and jump over the pillar, a creepy Pinkie appears standing close by, but disappears very quickly. Going back to the right, the music suddenly gets faster and the blocks start to fade away. Luna is forced to run from the darkness while avoiding the terrain again. If you are able to reach the aim, you run right into the same creepy Pinkie and the screen goes black. You hear a heartbeat fade in and see the same iconic image of Pinkamena from Party of One. The heartbeat gets louder and the image gets lighter until it suddenly cuts to another gory version of the picture with static. The picture goes back and starts fading out again as you hear Pinkie Pie laugh in the background. The game will not let you reopen it and simply says your face is on that is unless you do figure it okay and will enjoy the file. The game created whatever. Created by Big Guy. Alright, Luna game 0. It's been 12 minutes. That last one was fucking long. Anyway. The latest game, along with a demo to date. The latest game, the latest game, along with a demo to date, was posted on August 15th, 2011. Just like the previous installments, you begin the game as Luna, but this time in Princess Celestia's castle. When you talk to Celestia, she tells you that it would be nice for you to go out and make some friends. After you exit on the right, you move to a grassy area with nice music playing. All 6 of the main cast can be found on the map, and each one has their own problems that you can help with. Depending on who you return the lost item back to, you can play one of 6 different levels, each with a different item. After you collect 49 of the items on the map, you are able to collect the 50th, which is black and white. When you touch it, the music stops to allow thunder. After that, the only thing you can do is continue on when the ground suddenly disappears from underneath you and some creepy music starts playing as the screen fades to black. Continue! Continue, please! The screen flashes white and an image of Nightmare Moon appears. After another flash, Nightmare Moon's glowing eyes open. The screen goes back to where you stopped almost immediately, and everything is tinted red. After you continue back to the previous area, another creepy song begins to play, and the ponies you talk to says that Pinkie Pie is looking for you. When you talk to Pinkie Pie, she tells you that she wants to throw you another party, but shortly after the screen turns black, the dark item you got from before appears white. You hear whispering in the background. What appears while you hear whispering in the background. After the screen goes back to Pinkie Pie, Pinkie Pie is going on about the party, and the screen turns black again with more whispering and the text "Kill her" at the very bottom. The screen goes back to Pinkie Pie continuing to talk. and then turns back one last time with a long whispering and large words saying, "Kill her now." After the screen goes back, you see Pinkie Pie asking if you're feeling okay, and the screen goes black again. This time, nothing else appears, but the music stops and you hear some sound effects and cutting noises. When the screen fades back in, you see yourself standing alone with Pinkie Pie with a red sky behind you. Pinkie Pie has a slash going through her, and the words, but why?" are at the bottom of the screen. After a few moments, the top half of her body begins sliding off, and the game shuts off. A few seconds later, the game opens with lovely noise from Game 3, plays with a disturbing image of Pinkamena and text that says "This is over." The game closes shortly after. Try to open the game, it says the path cannot be changed, so press that. Unless you have a special refresh program, will delay the fire, blah blah blah, keep right. Lunar Games ends. On August 22nd, 2012, the official Lunar Games 5 appeared. It was titled Lunar Games End. It is not so focused on scares like the others, but still has a creepy feeling that will keep you on edge. Here's a link from where you can get the game from. No! The game starts you off as well-known Princess Luna, blah blah blah, standing on a flat strip of glass. Good job. Standing on a flat strip of grass at night with happy music playing in the background. After a short amount of walking, you're greeted with an oh so familiar cliff. Though this time when you jump off it, you land safely on the ground. After a bit of walking, Luna begins to slow down, and eventually the text "I'm really tired" appears over her head. She collapses a moment later, stating, "I'll just rest for a moment." The screen slowly fades to black afterwards. After the music stops, you suddenly appear in a completely white world, with only a single black line as the ground below you. Walk to the right and you'll spot an 8-bit limbo sprite from Lunar Game 4 going nuts in the air. Touching it will cause strange background sounds to start and the ground below you disappears. Oh fuck. But fear not. You don't fall long before hitting some kind of invisible ground. After walking to the right more, you start to notice sky blocks and ground blocks appearing in random order, eventually building an entire sky behind you. After another few moments, a strange screech sound in the game style sounds will play, and the floor will disappear again. This time when you fall, the blue sky turns into an empty, dark red sky as a creepy soundtrack. As a different creepy soundtrack plays. After you hit the ground again, you're greeted with ground blocks with a similar line designed to that in Lunar Game 4's Hell State. Continuing to walk right will reveal a strong cliff, one from which you can see the bottom to, and jumping off that will trigger the ground blocks to randomly start turning into 8-bit limbo blocks from Lunar Game 4. The second soundtrack in the 8-bit limbo world, Incoming Darkness, to play. And the dark shadow to start eating up the screen to your left. If you don't hurry up, the shadow will immediately eat you up and take you to the next map. If you manage to outrun it, you are graced with several obstacle courses, but the result in the end game is the same. So how you do does affect the game's ending. After the darkness takes you to the next room, you find Luna lying back down on the ground for the first time, and that really low music starts slowly playing. And after a moment she stands up, or if you press a key. Is it if you press a key? Or if you press a key and holding shift is disabled? What? Walking to the right will reveal some shadow ponies and the silhouettes of Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Fluttershy and Applejack can all be found, as well as an unknown filly. Walking next to some of the ponies triggers text above their heads. At random moments, static will flash across the span, as well as playing white noise. When this happens, the text above the ponies' heads will change, and the silhouettes of all the ponies, except for the filly, will change back to their original sprites, though lacking any pupils. That's just lovely. The static only lasts a moment, and after walking all the way to the right of the screen, the static does not happen again, and you're able to run. What is this? Fuck! you're able to run. After walking a while back to the left, you're greeted by Nightmare Moon, where you lose control over Luna. Another cranky song starts playing at this point, accompanied by a heartbeat. As Luna walks towards Nightmare Moon, loud static plays, once flashing fan art of the previous Luna games. This happens one more time before you reach Nightmare Moon, and when you do, the screen goes black. If you die before reaching the end with the darkness, the game will end for you at this point. Otherwise, you are taken to another place. The background is completely black, but as you move, cracks are appearing on the ground below you, and it disappears after becoming completely cracked. Your only option is to go right at this point. When the ground below you is gone, you're shown another path just below. From this point on, you just go as far right as you can, but in the end, you'll always fall. Once you fall in, it is replaced with Nightmare Moon for a split second of static and white noise to play, and after another moment, you go to the button and slowly save the game. Save dead Luna from Luna Game 3. Step instead of another screen, run the game to close itself. That's apparently just up here and that like the entire system? Yes, it is. Okay. However, if you go through Luna 4 and 0 again to re-experience the journey and to survive the darkness, you'll be greeted to a happy ending. It is a similar scene from Luna's Game 0 demo, and everything is alright. The main 6 asks Luna what happened, and she says she had a nightmare. She shakes it off as nothing, but in the end, for a fraction of a second, the pink command sprite from Luna Game 4 will flash and the game is closed. And we're not even going to cover Luna Game 5 because I think this is gone. Oh, the fanmate one, I'm not even going to cover it because this has gone on far too long. I mean, don't want to know about my preferences anyway. Ah, fuck. I'm tired. Didn't get much sleep. I think I slept in until... I think I slept in though. I also seem to have a lack of coffee right next to me. I like coffee. Coffee's good for me. It wakes you up and stuff. So thanks for watching. You've been a wonderful audience. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more. Now comment what you want to see me do next. I haven't got any yeah, you should probably tell me what to do because I'm a bitch like that, and also I'm just running out of ideas here. If you've noticed, I've also started creepy gaming. Well, sort of a creepy gaming type thing. Only it's really not at all. But that's beautiful. You would like, favorite, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. That's nice. I like people following me on Twitter. Don't follow me on Tumblr. Really don't, because some of the stuff on there might be really inappropriate for children. Let's just say back a couple of years ago there was a few fetishes that I had. They seemed harmless enough. Let's just leave it there. Thanks for watching. And this is Novo Parrot signing off.